Hey, it's Mike Jacob coming to you from Jerusalem with our thought for the week. Firstly, I want to dedicate these words in memory of Danny King, whose second yortzeit was this week. From his special place in Shemaim, he should protect and look after his family and all of Klal Yisrael. This is the second in our series discussing the legacy of Ovadia Yosef. And in these parshas, we discuss Avraham Avinu, and he was known as, and he was, the great Baal Chesed. He cared dearly about his fellow man. And one story that we find in Parshas Vayera is that Sdom was supposed to be destroyed. And he davens to Hashem, don't destroy Sdom. Let's think about this for a minute. You have the greatest tzaddik, the most righteous, one of the most righteous people in all of history, praying for the scum of the earth. Like, where does that come from? So Avram himself tells us where that comes from. He says that he views himself, he views his person, his gashmias, va'anochi afar ve'efer. I am dust and I am ashes. And that's why he says that he's going to daven for Sdom. Now, there's a Gemara in Sota which says that in the merit of the considering himself ashes, we get the mitzvah of para aduma, and in the merit of considering himself dust, we get the mitzvah of Sota, where dust was put into the water that the Sota drank. So what's going on over here? He looked at himself as nothing. His personal needs didn't exist. So what happened is the neshama comes out, because we're made of two parts. We're made of the body and the soul. If the body is nothing, then the neshama can come out in its fullest. And Avram Avinu merited for all generations, purifying Klal Yisrael, bringing them closer to Hashem, because the paraduma was a purity process. So was the Sota, was checking out the immorality and making sure the Jewish people were moral. And therefore, he cared deeply about trying to influence and trying to elevate the people of Sdom. He was not successful. They were just on such a low level, but that's where that attitude came from, not considering his personal needs. That was Ovadia Yosef. A story was going around after he passed away. He, 12 years ago, went in for an angioplast procedure. But before he went to the hospital, he told his attendants, he says, I'm not going in, I may not come out, because I have to write a tshuva, I have to write an answer to a lady that not sure of her marital status. And I want to make sure that she's not an aguna and she could remarry. He didn't consider himself. He would travel from place to place to give people strength, chizuk, and to help people out. He gave a lot of tzedakah out. He was there for the people and didn't consider his own physical needs. That is greatness. That was Ovadia. And that lesson we need to take for ourselves. If we don't consider our needs and we look to other people and we don't think that we're greater or we're this or that, we have to reach out to people. We have to help people out. There's so many opportunities out there. We learn from Avram Avinu. We learn from Ovadia Yosef. Anochi afar ve'efer. We reach out to people, and we can have an influence, and we can help our fellow Jew, our fellow man. Shabbat shalom.